Hi, everybody. I hope you can see me. Nice to see you, Bruce and Will Fan. Yeah, it's really cool
Pleasure.
you're here. And hello, everybody who is currently watching this stream. Just to give you a notice, this is my first time doing a live stream. So please bear with me if we have some, like, I'm still figuring out some things, just for you guys to know. But besides that, happy you made it. We are here today to talk about meme coins. We want to learn and educate the community what are meme coins and how can you pretty much like do your best to actually trade meme coins and have all the knowledge that you need to not get wrecked in the space. Um, Personally, honestly, I myself have been trading a few meme coins like the couple past months when everything was like super hot, and yeah, I definitely got wrecked. But I have two experts with me here today, Bruce and Will Fan. So before we start with the introduction, I would like to ask you guys, please, share this stream with your friends, with your family members, if they are like interested and meme coins. Yeah, whoever you know, please share them with them because I think this is going to be a really cool and educational session here today. So with that, I would like to pass on the introduction to Will Fan first. Please unmute yourself. Tell us about like who you are and what you do in this space, and also what is your relationship to meme coins.
Love it. So excited to be here. I probably share the same level of wreckageness to you, Ted. But just some context, guys. So I have been an entrepreneur for over 15 years now. My main business is in the education space. So I run a university that serves Southeast Asia leaders in the region. But my foray into Web3 was through degenning, trading NFTs, and now meme coins. Fast forward 3 years ago, I was invited to join as a partner to a Web3 education foundation called Open Campus. We're an actively traded token on Binance Launchpad. We work very closely with the Binance and Animoca team. And through that vehicle, we actually really think about educating and upskilling the market. We've also invested into a lot of meme coin projects. And maybe a side twist, I met Bruce as a fellow degen trader many years back, many countless sleeps back. And yeah, always here to learn and grow together. Hopefully not lose too much money.
Awesome. I love to hear that because I think we make a lot of like connections in this space through trading and losing money together. So having sharing the same pain, but also like the same feeling of winning in the space and everything. And yeah, with that, Bruce, please also tell us about yourself as well.
Yes, so I'm Bruce. I'm the founder of Monkey AI, which is a venture I've started last year. Um, and I've been in Web3 since 2016. I used to work as a consultant for Deloitte for the Blockchain Institute there, where we help clients with blockchain solutions. So I've been through a couple of cycles now. This is my third cycle. I've met Will actually through degenning first NFTs and now meme coins. Seen how a lot of things has changed. A lot of things got more fast paced. Yeah, and happy to share my knowledge and a lot of learnings I've made throughout the years.
Mhm.
Um, and hope that people can learn from it and not make the same mistakes that me and Will did.
Okay, perfect. I will also join you guys in sharing my experience on how not to do it. All right, and great that you talk about like what you do. And before we start with, we brought slides today for you guys. And before we start, I also want to mention that we do have a giveaway running at the end of the session, and we will be like raffling out the subscription for the meme coin analytics tool from Monkey AI. So definitely stay until the end. And yeah, with that, let me pull up the slides to the stage. I think they are live now. So yeah, I think in the beginning we just want to like give general knowledge, and I'll definitely pass the word to you now, Bruce.
Yes. So we're gonna like I prepared some slides for each question that you can see here. We have 5 main questions, and what we're gonna do is I'm gonna present a slide of definitions and facts about the meme coin space, and then we want to have a discussion around it. Mainly us three here, but also people in the audience. You guys are invited to come up stage as well and ask questions if you have any. So let's start. Number one, definition of a meme coin. What is a meme coin, right? Basically, how I see meme coin is it's the tokenization of culture, and it's a subset of a mega trend that is going on right now, which is the financialization of everything. So everything is becoming increasingly financialized. Started, with I'll go through the history later, but basically, meme coins are cultural artifacts um, that turns it into digital assets and make it tradable. It has a lot to do with community and identity that we develop online. So people who grew up in the 2000s, the MySpace area, the Facebook area, we share a certain culture with each other, certain experiences, certain humor, and certain ideologies. We collect them digitally, like we're doing with NFTs. Meme coin is just a different version of it. I like to think of meme coin as if you compare NFTs, which is like a long form content like YouTube, right? Meme coin would be the TikTok. It just get faster, and trends they just change faster. And meme coins allow us, like the first time in history, to speculate around an asset um, that is driven by belief and hope, and it allows people to have a form of socialized gambling with a very low barrier of entry. You basically just need internet, right, and exchange some fiat to crypto. So this is what meme coins are. And I mentioned the financialization of everything earlier, right? So it started basically in 3000 BC already, where the first financial instrument was established. It was a clay tablet that recorded loans for grain. And then we moved towards the Renaissance era, where the Medici family and the Medici people in Italy created the first modern banking system, right? Which is basically the creation of credit. So people trusted uh, an IOU, basically a promise by the bank that we're gonna pay you out if you need the money, and this is a signed letter. So it fueled the global trading. Then the next step, the first stocks were created by the Dutch East Indian Company, and created the first public markets, which then led to the boom of the 20th century, where real estate got financialized, insurance, derivatives, IP. Those are all tradable assets, which went through a century of financialization. And now we move into a digital area, so it's a natural revolution. Memecoin is just part of it, of the digitalization of financial assets. So you can basically financialize everything. And it's mainly driven by social media and attention, right? How Instagram, Facebook, and a few small or a few large social media company uh, are able to monetize your attention to their advantage. And crypto, what it does is it breaks up the power balance and allows you to trade attention and monetize your attention. So that's basically the goal of Web3, that you are not allowing Facebook to do it anymore, but have the option to monetize attention yourself. And Memecoin is just a small subset of that mega trend that's coming. Yeah, so that's the first question. I'd say, what are meme coins and why they're here to stay? I'd like to hear your opinion on it. Maybe Will, what does meme coin mean to you? Or Ted, what was your first experience with meme coins?
I'm just fascinated listening to you talk in this way, Bruce, because normally when we talk over TG or WhatsApp, it's a very different style. So I appreciate you obviously trying to break this down. And I think it's so important to really balance crypto with the chaos that is happening through media or through crypto Twitter or through Twitter Spaces or whatever. I think maybe dialing back to why I fell in love into this space, in the early, 2020s, 2019s through NFTs is, at the beginning, I just thought I saw it as an investment asset, right? Like I grew up, not really investing into real estate or the stock market, but my first real purchase was an NFT for, a few $1,000s. And so that was kind of my gateway into the crypto community and crypto culture. And through that entryway, I got to better understand, what community meant, what, marketing looked like for decentralized projects, and ultimately launching a project of my, own with Open Campus. I think fast forward to 2024, 2025, Bruce, we've been, trading together for, a few years now. And like you said, if NFTs is your Instagram and your YouTube reels, meme coins is that TikTok really sharp, really shift, really swift way of getting access to that. And so it's actually been fascinating being part of that journey because you're so culturally pulled in, whether it's the early days with WIF or Pepe or a lot of those tokens that launched and failed during that era. And then now it's really starting to look as a mechanism of capital raising. And so, whether or not it's going to be good or bad or neutral for the industry with the AI boom, the gaming boom, the AI agents boom, like it's actually been a really interesting observation in how consumers are interacting with the market, but also how this product is actually evolving over time. Maybe one last thought, and we can kind of continue later in the discussion, is how do you really build up team capability and seriousness into projects? Because even if you look at altcoins, even if you look at your Ethereum, your Solanas, your Bitcoins of the world, 10 years ago, it was still a startup. Some would even argue that Bitcoin is, started off as a meme coin in itself, very speculative. People believed in something, but didn't really have utility. And so I do hope and expect that there will be maturity in the meme coin industry. It takes time to cull a lot of the grifters and the speculation and really trying to find use cases over time.
Cool. Thank you so much. And I definitely agree, especially on the culture part. So for me, meme coins also have a lot of like emotional attachment to them because it's more than just like a coin. Somehow you have the whole law thing, you have the whole like, I don't know, like hate and love relationship with them as well. And with the specific like I don't know, like meme that you see there. And I'll be brutally honest, I think they're definitely gonna to stay because everybody of us somehow has the shared dream of like making it big in the space and really getting a lot of profit from trading meme coins. And I think what meme coins does, it gives us really the chance to like have like very little in initial investments, but you have like a really high risk and high reward. So even if you like don't have that much money, you are able to actually make a lot of money in meme coins. And I think that is what attracts a lot of people. And I think everybody who, I think crypto is also like kind of the perfect like space for meme coins, because everybody who's kind of like in crypto obviously loves gambling as well somehow at a certain degree, right? Because everything here is so volatile. So I think yeah, that's just my personal opinion on this. And yeah, with that, I would like to actually pull someone like an honorary guest to the stage, or two guests actually. We have Socratic and Fei Nguyen here, so I'm just like gonna like get them on the stage and maybe ask them. Yeah, maybe you guys can give us like a quick introduction about yourself. Who are you, and share your opinion on this question.
Hey. Oh, okay. I'll go ahead. Cool. Can you hear me? Okay. Is my
Yes,
audio
we
okay?
hear you
Cool.
Yeah.
greatly.
Thank you. Cool. Thank you for having me, Ted, Will, and Bruce. Yeah. Nice to meet you, everyone. My name is Socratic. And I was previously head of DeFi at Near Protocol for about like three and a half years, and we basically built the Near DeFi ecosystem ground up, and from like $0 to $5 billion at the maximum. And we also participate in the meme trenches. Like we'll be in the meme trenches even before the pump fund came to the market scene. Like at that time was like Bonk, and across the other ecosystem there are some like different meme scene going on. But pump fund was really like the kick that lower down the barrier for like more people to enter into the space with like a simplicity and easy onboarding and tooling for people to just create memes on the spot with lower cost. And nowadays, basically, we're working on a new project called Flippin, which is basically a new meme launchpad. And the focus is simple. We wanted to bring back sort of like use the platform that has the TikTok UX framework that is designed to empower the engagement between the project and the users. That's also fundamentally one of the problems that we have seen in the market. Meme coin used to be fun back in like mid last year, mid 2024, when there's like a goat, peanut, Filecoin, ACT, whatever. And the community was getting together. We're talking about this like culture, the fun, the attention in the market. But nowadays, like probably since later last year and like totally this early this year, everyone just going to third-party portals, checking profit loss, checking like win rates, checking smart monies. It's all about the data trading, not like meme culture trading. So throughout the platform, that's we basically wanted to use that platform to bring back the attention and bring back the fun and the culture of creating memes and engaging with memes. So yeah, that's TLDR of who I am, my background, and what I'm working on. I'll probably pass to Faye.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Fei Nguyen, are you here? Are you ready
Yeah,
to speak?
okay.
Perfect.
Thanks for having me here. And I'm Faye from Solana Super Team, Vietnam. So I'm now in charge as the PD in the Super Team in Ho Chi Minh City. So one of my job is support all project in our ecosystem in Vietnam. So that's why I would like to know more about meme ecosystem and how it works. I tried some memes in the past, but I think I got many like motion when the coin go up 10x 50x, but I just I just saw it and I hold it in the bed at the moment. So though I didn't sell any token so far. So yeah, we say that's why I know some KOLs knows some meme project about the AI, about the launch part, and some of them won the hackathon and go to market, and now many good insight from them. Yeah, and I think meme is one of the important elements, even though the market up or market goes down. So yeah, so that's why I'm here to listen from who building meme project or protocol on Solana, and how we can help in Vietnam. I think I can help your project. Yeah, just a little bit about myself.
Nice.
Cool. Yeah, shout out to Vietnam. By the way, I'm Vietnamese as well, so I'm just
Really?
yeah, but I live in Germany. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
And
That's
funny
cool.
how he said like I haven't sold a coin yet. Not just kidding.
Shout
Okay.
out to Vietnam too. Our cabal is actually our smart cabal is actually living in Vietnam. Most of them. We have 6 people, 5 people in Vietnam.
Oh,
It's awesome.
that's cool.
Yes.
I met
Will
Kuram in Vietnam.
Vietnamese too 1%.
Wow.
Yeah, I think this is
This
shifting
is a
from
whole
Memecoins
Vietnamese
101 to the Viet Cabal 101.
Love it. Okay, let's continue because we have like way more questions brought. Let me pull up the slide back. So, stage is yours, Bruce.
Yeah. So let us now discuss what actually drives the price of meme coins. We heard Faye bought a meme coin, and it sound like he is a diamond holder, right? Um, but actually, what are the main drivers of why a meme coin goes up or goes down? So meme coin is basically an attention game. Especially in today's world, attention moves fast. But yeah, ever since Pump Fund was created, people are basically trying to create the next meme coin that becomes so big that it's basically too big to fail, like Dogecoin or Shiba Inu. I think only few have done so successfully, and few are still being stress tested by this market dump right now. On Solana, it's specifically Bonk and WIF that are still considered like blue chips. All others, I mean, they still have to prove themselves. So yeah, so if meme coin is an attention game, what is important to get the attention of degens? So number one, it's the dev's reputation, or whether the dev is doxed or not. So if a dev launches a coin, you usually see on Pump Fund the history of the wallet. So is it his first token, or did he launch something successful in the past before? Or is he doxed? If you can see on Twitter that, like, let's say Elon Musk is following him, that's usually something that catches the attention of the degens, right? Then number two is the meme original. So does it have an original art? On Solana, there are a lot of good arts. I know Will like Fog, which is quite good, or there is Punky, right? So whether it's original or it's just like a cheap derivative of something existing makes a huge difference. And then is the arts or the content good? Is it do people feel like they want to create more memes, more arts around the base content? Then we have a narrative and lore, which is important because humans and people, they like stories. They like things that are like a good movie that makes a good movie, which is a lot of also driven by rumors in terms of like who is supporting this project, or which influencers are behind this projects, which cabal, which partnerships. It all contributes to whether a meme coin goes up and down. Then whether the community is active or lazy. Sometimes you have a good dev, a good team, you have good arts, but somehow the community that bought the coin, they just want to make a quick buck, right? They are quite lazy. They don't work for their bags, and they just want to exit the coin as fast as possible. Then you have holder count and distribution. So there are basically a lot of things that contribute to that. So you have one type of launches that is, where you have supply control, where the team is actually, they bought a lot of tokens, but not for the purpose of dumping them on you, but for burns, for airdrops, etc., which is quite bullish for the coin. But you don't also want the token to be distributed evenly across as many holders as possible. Then tokenomics, does the tokenomics make sense?
I can quickly interrupt you for a quick question.
Sure.
Somebody's asking, do you find meme coin prices move with crypto markets in general? What are other factors influence the crazy price swings?
Yeah. So actually, the macro condition, they do influence the market in terms of how much liquidity is in the meme coin market. But if it's if Bitcoin or Ethereum or Solana go down a little bit, it doesn't much affect the meme coin market. The meme coin market is quite robust, but it also depends on how much money does the degen has, and how much what's the generous sentiment. The generous sentiment has been quite negative lately because we've been robbed by celebrities, we've been robbed by presidents a lot, so there's not much money left, and people are trying to recover from those rugs. So in terms of
like observation in the market, and
Mhm.
Bruce and I are probably trying very hard to not steal our bags and provide financial advice. Actually, love this because I think the way that we should be approaching this is a bit more macro, a bit more academic, as you will. But I think what's been quite interesting over the past 5 years now in this space is that you're seeing a lot more serious institutions invest into these assets. So whether it's doodles being backed by venture capital or hedge funds investing into meme coins, that shows an interesting sentiment shift of this being an asset class worth taking a look at. And so you're also looking at like the younger generation of investors, whether it's millennials or Gen Z. No longer can you be like our parents or our grandparents, where you put $100,000 and you essentially own a house, and your house was what was going to be your 50, 100x banger. But I do think in this modern age where we can purchase a currency, a cryptocurrency through your fingertips, you're able to trade very quickly and have that instant gratification through your Photons, your Bullexes, your Maestros, and tools like what Bruce is building with Monkey. I think it's actually really timely to look at this concept and look at this asset class as product. And maybe I can have a quick addition to Bruce's a point around the attention game. Sure, the attention game is a big part of like what makes a coin successful in the first week or 2 weeks, but we actually haven't seen a full multi-cycle on whether or not a project can sustain over time.
Yeah, actually, it's one thing to gain attention, right? It's another thing to sustain attention, like how Doge, Ship, and Pepe has done it. Time will tell, especially how convinced the Solana community is for certain meme coin projects. I think Bonk is also doing quite well because communities have developed around the meme coin to build real products that help the space. I think other meme coin projects, they're also trying to do so, and I think that it's the right way that sub communities emerge around certain meme coins and actually build something useful for the space. Okay. Yeah, I think it's actually there are a lot of factors that drive the price of a meme coin to the upside and also to the downside. And but like the major thing what people are looking for are like they want validation, like social proof in terms of like which influences are in there, which partnerships do they have, what are the whales inside the coin, are the whales holding or are they selling. Also there's always a form of hopium that people look forward to, so forward to listing events, to certain things that could be a catalyst for the price. But yeah, a lot of projects, they struggle with the building after. So what if all catalysts already been used up? How to get the community remain inside the project and actually start building and not just hopping to the next meme coin. I think Socratic had a really interesting article that he wrote regarding the Libra case as well. Maybe you can share a few words about it. I thought it was an interesting take.
For sure. Okay, thank you. Interestingly, that was the only morning in about past 6 months or something, or at least like few months, that I woke up 6 a.m. my time, and I woke up just in time for Libra, and and spent 4 hours on it and got super wrecked. Well, not necessarily made a lot of money, but I was made money, but returned all the profit, round trip all the profit. That was like an intense period. Yeah. So yeah, my take on that is, I think like the tokens like Trump, Melania, and Libra or Malay token, or even the future Kanye token, they're not like meeting the characteristics of like the true meme tokens in the market, right? As Bruce described, there's a lot of like culture value, there's a lot of the community value, there's a lot of participation value, into fusing into this like value of the memes, right? But like all these memes, like especially the Libra coin, it's just like people in the spaces trying to farm and capitalize on the attention. So they are at most, by like my definition of that, my perception of that, they are at most like just fans token. The people who launch this token, they don't necessarily participate into building the community. All they care is a single time token launch, and they don't care if people make money, lose money. They don't get involved to continue build the community. It's a, I'd say like a fans token is a nice way to put it, but yeah, it's really just like grifter in the market, right? So yeah.
Yeah, it's basically what happened the last couple of weeks is just projects that trying to max extract from the community, right? And trick them into buying the coins, causing a lot of FOMO. Like you don't see it every day that countries and state heads launch a coin, right? So it's something very special to them. But yeah, I think now the space has to recover from that and reassess what type of coins they ape to, and what type of coins they avoid?
Yeah, I think this is big calibration that's always happened with the crypto industry, right? It's highly unregulated, it's highly fragmented, and so you're always going to have folks trying to capitalize every cycle on FOMO, on overextension, and with the Solana ecosystem, it's made this digital casino so easy to access. We have over 50,000 tokens launched daily on Pump Fund. And I would argue that like 99.9% of them are rugs or people trying to extract out of the ecosystem. My comment about the Libra situation and, actually the past 9 months is it has been, incredibly extractive. And, those that have made a lot of money is really, the insiders, the top 25, the top 50 that really understood the mechanics and influence in this space. Now, does it mean meme coins are dead? I don't think so. But it's definitely shifted a lot of sentiment, as Bruce said. And so hopefully what this does is it cleanses a lot of the bad actors. It smartens up a lot of folks like Ted or myself that have been wrecked. But I also think it's part of the cycle of making the space more mature. So, with tools like Monkey, with tools that are, obviously building that infrastructure as it did for altcoins, as it did with, Bitcoin and ETH, like hopefully we're seeing a lot more true builders and contributors to the ecosystem rather than extractors trying to, make a quick buck in and out.
Yeah, definitely. And just to come back to the question of what drives the price of a meme coin, I think it was super interesting to see all these AI agents arise in the space because they somehow like actually brought a like sense of utility to meme coins, which I thought was super interesting. But just a quick question, probably to you, Bruce. What is your own opinion on do meme coins need a utility or does it not matter? Because I think we have like culture on the one hand, but as you said, it's an attention game and it's super like important to sustain the attention as well. While on the other hand, I think now with like AI agents, we possibly have meme coins which kind of have like an utility attached to it. But yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, so I think meme coins that don't have utility, like let's say Doge or SHIB or Pepe, they had a first mover advantage and they have a lot of culture, have established a lot of cultural relevance already. For new meme coins, because as Will said, like every day there are like 50,000 tokens launching, it's hard to stand out and build with a lot of this noise. So I think you do, as a meme coin project, have to build some form of utility, whether it's um, something tangible or something intangible, or something like Pudgy Penguins did, right? With their toys business, with their NFTs, etc. There has to be some type of value for the user. So you have to understand your holders and your users very deeply in order to create value for them. So yeah, for me, it's like my thesis is that you have to build something useful. Otherwise, people are gonna jump to the next meme coin, the next hot thing. Uh, um, so better build something useful that make people stay and stick. Uh, I hope it's something that they use every day. Like for me, my thesis is, since crypto is an attention game, people will always trying to measure attention, trying to measure where it flows, and I think data analytics will be important for my own project. And I think that meme coins, they whether it's the arts as utility or something they're passionate about, like other meme coins are, I think, still figuring out what is their utility or their USP for their specific community. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I would say we can move on from this topic.
Mm-hmm.
The next one.
Okay. Yeah. Let us move to the next question. Is what are strategies in identifying meme coins? We already said that on PumpFund there is thousands of meme coins launching every day, and here you can see actually stats from Dune. So out of 1.7 million coins, 23,000, so 1%, 1.4% actually hit Radium, get migrated on Radium, and only 0.008% will be actually shown in CoinGecko. So it's like 140 coins, right? And then only 15 they make it past 10 million market cap, and they actually survive for a couple of weeks. So the chances are very slim for you to win at this game, but you feel like you do have control based on the tools you have, the network you have. So it feels like you are playing a lottery game, or you are in a casino where you have some form of control, right? And that's why people like to play it. And uh, it's always different. So there are a lot, like there are infinite way to lose and get rugged by by a meme coin project. So how to identify a good meme coins? Number one is a CTO or a trusted team. So CTO in this context means community takeover. So for example, with Dev did, or even Doge, they had supply and they sold it very early. And it became a community ran project. So everything was natural, everything was organic. People came together. They drove this meme coin as a community. And then there is there are also meme coin projects that have good teams, that are like non-extractive, I'd say, and they're really trying to launch a meme for their existing project that may or may not have utility, but as long as you can trust them, then uh, um, it's a good project. I'd like to give the example of Pain. Pain did a pre-sale and they raised $40 million, the biggest pre-sale in history. And they said, hey, we don't need 40 million to launch a coin. We're going to refund 80%, right? And that showed that the team was like a non-extractive team. They actually was all about the community, and people had the same tokens. They had to pay 80% less, and had even now more Solana to buy even more, or more meme coins, right? Then next, it has to have an engaging narrative. So for me, it's can't be like a derivative, or it has to be original. It has to have a story behind it. It has the potential to become like a cult, um, I think this is important. Can people understand it? Do people like the meme? Do they create content around it, etc.? So that's the next point: arts and memeability. So how easy do people share it, right? How easy can creators and community create art around it? People joke, they always ask themselves, does the meme slap? Meaning, is the meme actually good? Then there are like listings, partnerships, major events, but I pay attention to those where you don't have, or where things happen organically, right? Some teams that are extractive, they plan these out, and and pay a lot of money for it to get like first day listings, etc. I like it to happen organically. Vibes had an active community. So does the community work, or is it lazy? You can actually measure it on X with good tools, and you want to measure whether the attention is high and also over the time remains stable, or at least is not decreasing. Then influencers and KOLs. I like projects where the influencer actually have to buy themselves, and it are continuously pushing. So you actually notice this in how often they post about things and how passionate they are. So they are actually behaving like community members that work for their backs. Then things like high holder count, long average holding time, whales, and I like to avoid projects that have a lot of fresh wallets, because that means that it's probably bundled and belong to one dev. Then there is fair launches, and yeah, it's just I want to make sure that the distribution is fair and the distribution is widespread across a lot of people. And there is consistent volume trading over time. The last one I mentioned is, does it have normal potential, meaning that does it have potential for people outside of crypto? Can those people resonate with it as well? Because those are usually things like, just to give the example, Doge and Pepe that even people outside of crypto know, and those are make really good memes. So in terms of meme coin spectrum, there is left, the fair launches where the devs sold, and they are right, those that are sniped and bundled like the liberal case, and there are things in between like pre-sales, but there are also good pre-sales depending on the team. You always want to check what is the intention of the team behind the project, or whether this is completely community driven. Yeah. Will, do you have anything to add, or any comments?
I think this is very comprehensive.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great list. Just maybe to like give my own personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's really about the memes somehow and the activity of a meme coin. Like, if I check out like their Twitter accounts and then I find them on Instagram, and these are the things which kind of make me realize, oh, okay, there's like a committed team behind this meme coin. And obviously it's also about the quality of the memes as well. So I really like to see good content on the social media platforms. I think that would be the one thing for me where I would say, okay, this is really this seems like they are really doing something. Yeah.
I think from my side, learning, coming, I think I've been through three meme coin cycles alongside you, Bruce. And there's always going to be like front runners that really win the market. So obviously this cycle, it was the Solana growth with WIF. The previous cycle was, your Pepe's. And so I think at the end of the day, what we've seen historically is you have like market leaders that can transcend multiple cycles. But the challenge is it really comes down to, are you a quick 2-day, 2-week in and out trader, or are you actually just diversifying your assets over time? So yeah, something to also think about is it really comes down to your risk appetite as an individual trader, but also, it's a very volatile product. So, don't ape what you can't afford to lose. And sometimes there are folks that trying to go in and they lose, a lot of money because they've just overextended. But the rule of thumb is, don't spend and don't invest what you're not, able to lose. And like a lot of the time, it's just having fun and learning along the way.
Perfect. Bruce, I think you're muted. Perfect.
Yeah, actually, that's also the first lesson here. Number one is always remember it's a zero-sum game, right? When you win, someone else will have to lose. And should always use a separate wallet with a set budget, and only invest what you can afford to lose. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go because it's already it's almost time to the end the space.
Yeah, I think
Gonna go.
we will do a bit of overtime to get through
Okay.
with the slides. Yeah, should be good.
Yeah. So me and Will we've been rugged a lot of times before, so we have a lot of lessons learned. Maybe you guys can add to it, but basically know your basic risk management. Like the rule that we always have is that you take out initials at 2x, because once it reach your first milestone, which is 2x, if you take out your initials, you cannot make a loss anymore, which is good. And then often we even if you do that, you might round trip. So be aggressive in setting milestones and taking profits, because nobody has ever made a loss taking profits. Then there are red flags to avoid, like too many fresh wallets, high bundling. There are tools that I'm going to introduce later where you can use them to avoid it, like low volume. If the holder count is decreasing, the number of holders, or if the community is inactive or lazy. Also, I would avoid derivatives and celebrity tokens. Those tend to usually not do well. Then token distribution, it should be fairly distributed. Like one metric is checking the top 10 wallets. They shouldn't own more than 20%. Also verify that the liquidity is locked. Usually when it's on Pump Fund, launched on Pump Fund and reaches Radium, it's auto locked. But for example, the Libra coin was manually deployed on Meteora, and it wasn't locked. And the dev could remove liquidity as he did, and rugged the coin pretty much. Then whales. So check whether the number of whales are going down as the market cap increases, or are they leaving. If they leave, it's usually a bad sign. Dev due diligence. So you want to check the pump fund history of their deployments and avoid past ruggers like serial ruggers. And also check their X account, whether it's been recycled. There are tools for that as well. And also whether the website, like the domain, for example, the Libra the Libra case, the website was, I think, bought like a few days before the launch, which is usually a red flag. And social checking. So you want to always assess the community effort and monitor on social platforms whether people are talking about it, whether the sentiment is good, whether they can overcome FUD. And avoid memes that has a fading mindshare.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just
Do you have anything to add?
Yeah, and nothing to add, just a question for me. So you said at the token distribution check point, you say here that you have to verify liquidity logs. Is this something that you're gonna show us later, or how can I how to verify?
I will show you guys.
Okay, cool.
quickly. Yeah,
Perfect.
I can show it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Then the last slide. What tools do I need? So there's so many tools, but basically there are three main stages of trading. First is discovery. Where do you find the meme coins? Right. You can go directly to Pump Fund, but it's hard to find. A Moonshot is like a normie app. It's kind of like Coinbase for meme coins. They do a pre-filtering of popular meme coins, so you can, if you don't want to trade too much, just buy popular ones. You can use Moonshot. Then Telegram, Twitter is where most people get their trade ideas or their meme coins, like because they joined alpha groups, trading groups, etc., or they follow call channels or their favorite KOL on Twitter. Dex screener, you can filter based on volume, etc. Then there's Photon Mean Scope and Asset Dash. I can show you Photon later, how that works. Then there's analytics. So once you have the idea, you have to check, is it bundled? Is it safe? Yeah. So there are different pages for that. I'm gonna go do a few of them later for you. Then buying a token. So like people used to buy manually on Jupiter or a Uniswap, etc. But degens, they have tools that allow them to do it 10 times quicker. They use Photon, BullX, or Telegram bots like Maestro or BananaBot. Yeah. And then there's others for social sentiment, Kaito, Get Money. Yeah, I won't go over those, just the basic ones. But yeah, I'm interested in how did you guys buy your meme coins?
Yeah, I can definitely start because I think my list is super short. So I actually use Jupiter Exchange, and that's pretty much it. So I think I'm like super degen when I just see something and I like it, and I'm like, okay, where's the CA? And then I'll just get it. So, and I noticed that it's definitely not the best approach, obviously. So I'm super excited to see what other tools you guys are using. Are you using all of these brews, or do you pick like one from each section that you prefer?
Yeah, let me answer the question. So in terms of discovery, I actually rely on Telegram the most. Yeah. I mean, I used to buy stuff on Photon Meme Scope, but you lose money too fast there. So it's like 99% you lose. So it's better to rely on people you trust, or like an influencer that you trust, for discovering meme coins, I'd say. Otherwise, yeah, you just lose money faster. Moonshot is not bad. I mean, I got the app, but it's more targeted towards normies, right? Moonshot is actually quite. I like the UI UX, but because I'm more experienced, I'm not using Moonshot. Then in terms of analytics tool, I use Trench Radar. I use my own analytics bot, which is Elmugi. So I can show you guys the flow of how I I would check meme coins, and also how I buy it, and then maybe you guys can tell me whether it's something you do as well. Yeah, I'm quite interested in how Will showed me the first trading bot that I used, which was Maestro, I think, and then we moved to Photon.
Wait, I thought you taught me that.
No, you
I think
showed.
what's been really powerful about being a builder in this space, and we're all builders here, which is why we're on the call. Is at the end of the day, you have the gold mine and the gold rush and the oil rush, which is magic internet money, and then you have the picks and shovels. And it's also been actually so amazing to see these builders, whether it's your photons, your bullets, your banana bots, your monkeys that are being built, because that's truly adding value back to the ecosystem. So I'm sure Bruce has significantly more expertise now on the strategy, but definitely if you're a participant in this space, also think about how you can create and add value. That's, I think, the true alpha in participating in all of this at once.
Yeah, definitely. And now that you mentioned,
Yeah.
I did
Great.
join.
So
Oh, sorry. Am I lagging? Or hello? Can you hear me?
just a bit. We can hear you now.
Oh, okay, perfect. No, I just wanted to add, now that you mention it, with the Telegram groups, I actually did join some Telegram groups, but one thing that I noticed for myself, I feel like meme coins also take up a lot of like time, in terms of like you have to monitor them constantly once you are invested, because it's so volatile. So in these Telegram groups that I've joined, they're like, okay, get in here now, and then the next minute they're like, okay, you can get out now. I'm just like, okay, what is happening? Because most of the time when I like invest into a meme coin, I tend to also forget about it. So I'm just like investing, and then a few hours later I'll check in with this. So like, is there any chance for someone like me who doesn't want to like constantly monitor meme coins to get like to still be active trading meme coins? Is there like a specific strategy that I could use?
Yeah, actually, for you, it's basically buying the large cap meme coins that are already well established, right? Like Bonk, With, etc. Or there are also some products that are quite interesting, that decentralized hedge funds, and those hedge funds are basically uh, investing for you, and you are buying they call it DAO slot fund. You're buying a token of the DAO. So depending on their performance, you will do well or not so well. Yeah.
Okay, you need to send me some links later, I think.
There
Cool.
are many nights where Bruce and I will sleep for 3 hours and we wake up and our bags are down like 60, 70%. So I think that this space is not for everyone, but for those that are, very active and love that stimulation, like this is, so much fun. It's wild.
That's cool. Yeah, I do see from my community members that they're like, oh, I haven't slept for days because they had to like, monitor the price and everything of the meme coin. But yeah, I need my sleep. Cool. So Bruce, are you gonna show us some tools that you have listed here?
Yeah. Let me share my screen. Right. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna show you an example of how to avoid a rug. How do I share my screen? Oh, yeah. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, I think now.
Okay, so basically, there are two types of trench warriors, right? There are trench warriors who go to Photon and go to meme scope, and then they can set different filters. So those are newly created pairs. Then you can create a filter like, what is the minimum holder count, etc. What is the minimum market cap? And then the next one is about to graduate, right? So those who are about to hit radium and migrating. And yeah, graduated ones. So those are already on Radium, and then you can set the filter as well. I like to set them high just to see, okay, which coins are running. And yeah, let's say I coin only is the one that's running because it has a high market cap, right? On Photon, you can actually see here the top 10 holders. They own 96%, which is quite a red flag, right? You don't want to buy a coin that has so many or that where the top 10 holders own almost all of the supply. So this one is clearly a coin that you would avoid. Like I don't even have to do other things anymore. But let's say I get a text message from Will, and Will sends me a contract address, and then he says, "Hey, what do you think about this?" Then what I would do is I would go through my bot. I would enter the contract address, and now it's analyzing the tokens for um, whales. So I can see, okay, there's one out of the top 50 is a whale, which is small. Like I'd like to see the number like higher, right? But what is more important is I want to check whether there are fresh wallets in the coin. And you see there are a lot of fresh wallets. 13 out of 50 are fresh wallets, which means it's basically belongs to one person, right? So this is then I'd say, okay, maybe this is not a good coin. And I would basically go through a few analytics tools, like even on X, paste in the contract address here to see what are people saying about this coin, right? It's only, flexing gains, which is for me not just like there's not something I like to see in terms of community. I would check the socials. You can see on the socials here, it's been reused. They created the social like 1 day ago. It was a different name. 3 months ago, it was a different name. So this is a guy who launched multiple times already, and you can check the socials that this project only has 3 followers. So yeah, I'd definitely skip this one. And this is basically my flow. I think everyone has their own flow, but I like to at least get rugged less, and this is why I need certain tools. A tool that I use a lot as well is like Trench Radar to check whether whether a launch is bundled, right? Because what devs do is sometimes so this one was bundled. He spent 85, sold and bundled 80%, and he's holding only 1%. So he dumped already 78%, right?
Interesting. Just a quick question from our chat.
Sure.
How do you check again the exchange? So I think we have to go one step back to.
Yeah, so in Photon, you have this cool feature here. Because this is from the contract. So the dev has to enter, or he has the option to enter the social links like X, etc. And Photon has a built-in feature that shows you the past names of the X. Yeah.
Cool. That's a feature I didn't know existed. It's pretty
Yeah,
nice.
it's new, but it's quite handy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and that's basically it. And sometimes you hit something and make 5 to 10x, but then you lose. you you lose again, and it's fun though.
Yeah, definitely. I think everybody has experienced this before.
Yeah. I think
Okay.
it's fun if you do it with other people. It's quite a social thing, I'd say.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I wish people would believe in something like they used to do with NFTs or the early stages of meme coins. And I hope that this will return,
Yeah.
that less tokens are launched, but more high quality ones.
Mhm. Yeah, I also miss the days back when NFTs had their bull run. Now it's yeah, quite a low, I would say, the sentiment around NFTs at least. But it's a cycle, right? So it's always like gonna come back. That's what I believe. Okay, I think for now we are through. So if anyone has more questions, please ask them now. And as promised, we do have a giveaway for the Monkey AI subscription. It's a meme coin analytics tool. Bruce, do you want to share anything about your tool?
Yeah, so as I demonstrated earlier, we're building a tool that helps you to do on-chain analysis, like so you can see actually how many whales are inside a coin, how many fresh wallets, etc. But also what we are planning to add is social analytics, so you can see which influencers are talking about it, how many mentions it has on Twitter and how the attention develops. Yeah, we think that this is important in order to not get rugged. Uh, and we are still in the beta phase, so we hope you guys can provide us feedback in order to improve our products before we launch the full-blown web app for it.
Perfect. Thank you so much. So, how do we do with the giveaway? I would say please go to our Twitter account underneath the stream. And what you will have to do is tag monkey underneath line AI under our Twitter. I will also post it here in the YouTube chat again for you guys to see. Make sure to follow both accounts. And yeah, so we can also like DM you if you've won. And I would say after this session, we will also share the slides with you as well. And we will then also announce the winners of this giveaway. Perfect. With that, I would say thank you so much, everybody, for joining us here today. And a big, big thank you to Wilfan and Bruce for sharing your experience with meme coins as well. It was very fun, definitely. I learned a lot because, yeah, especially with the tools, that was super interesting for me. So I feel like I have to pick like one of the tools and get like to know them as well. And yeah, are there any final words? Maybe Will, do you have any final words to say to our audience?
Yeah, so I think it's inevitable entering this space. It's going to be pay to learn, right? And what I really appreciate about Bruce trying to articulate is it's actually years of experience and expertise in doing this, but nothing gets you further than actually trying it yourself. And so if you are considering aping meme coins, or you're already like a trench warrior, yeah, it's so important to continue learning and continue to support the space. And obviously, with great backers like the Solana Foundation, the space hopefully becomes more mature together. So have some fun and stay safe.
Perfect. Yeah, I think it's the most important in the space really to have fun. Otherwise, and especially with the friends that you made here, I think especially the community makes the space so much more worthwhile to be here and trade together. Yeah, Bruce, any last words from you?
Yes, I totally agree with what Will said. And I think degenning or buying meme coins is also a way to accelerate your learning. Like you don't have to put in a lot, you can start with $10 to $20 if you want to, but it teaches you a lot about how your target audience within the space is, what they care about, what their needs are. And for me, as someone who actually trying to build something useful for the community, I used to struggle with, okay, how are the people in the space? What type of people are they? Like I've been in the space for a lot of years, but through degenning, it helped me to better understand them, right? And you want to find something that they care about, or a problem that they have that you want to solve, and build a solution for. So yeah, kind of sad that we got rugged so much in the past few weeks, but this too shall pass.
This shall pass. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I think it's super interesting. I kind of already know what type of degen I would be. I'm obviously a diamond hander because I always hold to 0. That's my specialty. Not just kidding. But yeah, with that, I would say let's wrap it up. I hope this was super educational for everybody who watched what we were doing here today. And yeah, see you next time again. Bye, everyone.
Thanks so much for
Thanks, everyone.
organizing.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.